How y'all doing today? My name's Zain, and today's topic of discussion is going to be passion bites back. Passion bites back. I've talked about this a little bit on some of my earlier videos on this channel. I know at least one, maybe two. And when I'm talking about, doing your passion and making sure that you're pacing yourself in the things that you do. One of the reasons why I chose to revisit this topic is because of things that I've been experiencing now, going through my life. It's been a reminder to myself, so I figured I might as well go ahead and do a video to remind others as well. It's rare when you find something that you really just love to do. You're just all in on it, whether that's your goal, whatever you want to pursue for, just a goal for whatever you're wanting to do, whether it's employment, whatever the case may be. When you have that, passion sweeps you away. You're thrilled doing it. It doesn't feel like it's work. Like I said, it doesn't matter whether you're working towards a goal or whatever. It's something that you enjoy doing. We have to be careful that when we get caught up into this passion, that we're not being swept away, because the thing about passion bites back. It bites back in the form of burnout. It fights back or bites back in the form of maybe it might not feel as rewarding when you first started doing it, because you just kind of race through some of the certain things of whatever you may be doing, because like I said, we're talking about a wide array of things here that it can apply to. It may come a point where it doesn't feel fulfilling. It may come a point to where you're not reaping the rewards like you did initially or you anticipated. And when you have this type of blowback where these things occur, it can feel really, you can feel really defeated. You can really feel like passion is biting you back. That's the reason why we talk about on here about pacing yourself, setting realistic goals, realistic expectations with the things that you do, setting boundaries in place. I'll speak with, broad general examples in my life of things that's occurred. I just posted a video, I just released it, when I was talking about, Ayin on camera versus the Ayin off camera. And this passion bites back is a little bit of that. It's when you try to overindulge in whatever it is that you love doing, and you experience fatigue, burnout, and it makes you have to step back and go, whoa, what am I doing? Because if you don't take a step back and reevaluate whatever it is that you're doing, you'll perhaps not feel like doing it anymore. You'll find yourself putting that passion down, and that's not fair to you, especially when it involves others, and that can be for better or worse. It can involve with others from the standpoint of them missing out, because whatever you're doing, you're putting your passion into, and you're choosing no longer to do it, so others aren't benefiting from it. And it could be from worse, that others are the contributing factors to help you put down your passion. So it can go on both ends with that. So you want to make sure that you have those checks and those balances in play to know where you end and others begin. Others being other situations, other people, whatever. That's the reason why, and you can search on this channel when I talk about taking breaks in the workplace, not trying to work off the clock, just setting these boundaries, because if you don't, it'll be everything that I just mentioned up to this point in this video. And then what happens is, too, one of the things that I found is, sometimes when things don't exactly plan out like how you think that they should play out, it's really a sinking feeling. It hits home harder than something that you're just doing to be doing. Give you an example. If it was a job that you were just working at, it doesn't have anything with your passion, you just have some goals you're trying to accomplish. Certain things might fly on that job that doesn't faze you. The reason why it doesn't faze you is just like, well, I didn't plan on being here as a long haul, for the long haul, or this is just not where my heart lies. So, okay, it's whatever. But it's a little bit different. Well, it's actually a lot different when it hits home on something that you're doing. It makes you just reevaluate the whole thing. You can get caught up in emotions, feelings, and the pushback that you give from this can be a lot greater than what you would have on a situation where passion wasn't involved. And I'm simply making this video to let you know before you're experiencing some of these things, or you may have experienced some of these things to a degree, but you're able to stop and take a look at them before it gets larger and it causes you to put down whatever it is that you want to do. Passion can bite you back, and it can bite hard. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with feeling like, you're going in, all in, but you have to start and stop. I know that I've said this on this channel. In a couple of videos, I talked about, like, when I was writing my book, and it was times that, I'd go away from my home when the family was at work, school, whatever the case may be, and I would go up to the library and I would write in this book. Even though I was capable of doing it at home, sometimes just to change the setting, change the pace is better. And I would do some 12, 14, sometimes some 16-hour days. And one of the things that I found out when I left from doing that, I'd be like, the way that I would feel is like, man, I really got a lot accomplished. Then I come back and I'd look at what I had written, and I'm just like, man, the last few hours of this wasn't as productive as the first few hours. I'm tired. You got some anxiety, some frustration sitting in. But one of the positive takeaways that I've taken from it, I'm like, well, at least I laid thoughts to paper on, doing this. Now I can just kind of, reconfigure these thoughts to be, more in line with how I'm trying to set this book up with. But, and it went on to many other things. I remember one night, I'd already printed off or had set up how my business cards were going to be done. And I was calling it a night, got ready to lay down. It was something else that had entered my mind. I think it was regarding the font or the way that I had done, set the cards up. I'm like, let me actually go take a look at how I had done it. I forget on exactly what was playing out to give me an idea to go back and revisit something that I had done. And I'd already been at it all day. And I went back and I'm like, oh my God, I printed off these, or I set these cards up, and man, it's not as legible as I thought, because I'm trying to do like this real cool font, and I'm like, man, they're going to be on their way. But thank goodness that I'm losing my train of thought because I'm getting caught all up with the way that I was feeling and things were going then. They were able to be, the situation was able to be rectified. But I was up sweating bullets for nothing, because I was just pulling some long days up on it. And then, like I stated, the list goes on and on with things that I've done, and I found that, passion bites back and it hurts. So I just want to take time out to bring your attention to this so you don't find yourself in the same situation, same predicament, to where ultimately you end up losing out. It's my 2 cents on it. If you hadn't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on my other social media, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. Obviously, I'm on YouTube. This is where I'm hosting my videos at. In the meantime, stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. I'm Ayin. You have a good one.